What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the most important NYCFC talk show. You guys are hanging with the dudes in blue. It's Monday night, April 16th. Hope this episode finds you guys well. I'm your host, Joe Amato, and alongside me, as always,
Antonino, what is up, dude?
Dude, what's going on? It's episode 99, one away from 100, and we're almost there.
Almost.
Pretty crazy. 99 episodes in. So, guys, as you guys start rolling in, we've got a really exciting match to cover, NYCFC versus Atlanta United. It's going to be a really good episode. It was a great match to go over. We got a lot of things to go over in that. So, as you guys are coming in, say hi to us, drop those comments, smash that like button, share this with your friends, and let everybody know you're hanging with the dudes in blue tonight. And, yeah, right off the bat, let's say hi to Paul. What's going on, Paul? Welcome to the show. Daniel, always good to see you. Jason, what's happening? Hey, my mom's in here. Happy birthday, Mom. It's actually my mom's birthday today. So,
happy birthday!
There you go. What's going on, Coco? How are you? She says, excellent t-shirt. Anthony's wearing the Alexander the Great, which is rather poignant for tonight's episode. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Christian Smith with the Notification Squad. What's going on? Amanda, what's up, dudes? Jorge saying, hey. All right. So, guys, keep dropping the comments. Let us know your thoughts about the match. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into this. So, NYCFC came away with a point after playing in front of 45,000 fans on Sunday night at Mercedes-Benz Stadium down in Atlanta. Dude, what a match.
Unbelievable. I mean, just from beginning to end, seemed like it was nonstop back and forth action and a nail biter at times. Other times it was really great play from both teams. Sometimes a little bit of sloppy play. You had a little bit of everything, really.
Oh, just incredible, dude. We had goals, we had goals overturned, we had screamers, we had PKs, we've got yeah, really, really great. Steven is saying he has the Alex the Great t-shirt and he loves it. Thank you so much for getting that. So Amanda is saying, I don't have any cuticles left after that game. Yeah, especially from the last 15 minutes. That was like, oh man, it was literally a nail biter. It was just a really exciting match. I mean, listen, dude, we knew this match was going to be a big one. We kind of hyped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But for good reason. I mean, you had two top teams in the league going at it in a stadium where Atlanta is really, really good at getting results and scoring goals, and we did all right, man. We did all right.
I think we all expected it, an even matchup, even though we weren't sure what was really going to happen. But I think everybody was going to be content with coming away with a point, just because of the circumstances. I mean, it's a great place to play, but it's very intimidating. It's very loud. The turf field always lends itself to issues, whenever you play on it. So I think you saw two top teams in the league really slug it out, and they were pretty evenly matched for a majority of the game. So, again, their transition play, their counterattack is unbelievably fast, and I think our defense was really up to the task for the majority of the night. But again, there's still work to be done, clearly, on both sides of the ball for NYCFC.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're going to get into that. Jorge, undefeated season continues. We have to say this, dude, now. We are now 7 matches. 7 matches undefeated. Best start in our history. Great start. We're 4 points clear at the top of the table. Paul is chiming in on that. And Dave, what's going on, Dave, is saying, most excited I've ever been over a point. Is this a statement draw? I'd say it's somewhat of a statement piece to go down to that field and come away with that kind of resilient performance. I think that says something about this team coming off of a really dominating performance in the midweek and then coming out with essentially the same lineup that you had, minus 1 or 2 pieces here and there. It's kind of a statement.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to look at the circumstances leading up to the game. We played Wednesday, so we played really well Wednesday. Phenomenal, great momentum. But again, that playing the game Wednesday and playing on turf really showed itself, because when it came to the last 15 minutes of that game, we had no legs left. The ball's a lot faster on turf. Guys got to do a lot more running. It's not really great on your knees. There's not much give, so you could see the fatigue at many points in the game. But to be able to withstand that and get a point, I think that's where you're coming up with the character, draw. You're getting something out of it. Listen, how many years have we watched this team play well, go play against a formidable opponent, and then totally crap the bed?
Yeah, listen,
It's happened time and time again
absolutely.
where we've been blown out 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. So this was actually a great step in the right direction.
It was and again, dude, you look at some of the matches last year and the seasons prior that we had midweek games, and this was a very my whole analogy was we were Jekyll and Hyde week to week, match to match, and I'll tell you what, they have been very, very consistent thus far this season. And again, coming off of that short rest, that's a big performance for this team to put up. Hey, just real quick, saying hi to Roddy Russell joined, and I'm sure we're going to have to use your stat finding abilities pretty soon. This is actually coming from Coco. This sounds like a Roddy Russell fact, dude. Here, 6 goals last week from 6 different players. Can't complain. And you want to talk about character, dude? We are not concerned with people not being able to score on this team at this point.
Yeah, everybody's pulling their own weight, and that's really all you can ask for at this point. Everybody's working well together, and if it's not one guy, the next guy steps right up and he takes over. So it's really good to see. It's good to see people getting more acclimated. I thought Joe Ingeberget had a great first half again. Got the penalty to tie the game up at 1. Good footwork, good hold up play. Still getting acclimated again. Having to play on turf is really not ideal. But again,
especially with those socks.
Just how much of those little black rubber pellets do you find in those socks when they're that low?
Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Worst.
Dude,
worst.
let's dive a little bit into the details here, because we got some comments coming in about some specific players, and I know we definitely want to get into it.
Sure.
Let's again start from the back, because that's what Patrick loves to do. And real quick, Roddy Russell saying 4 points out of 6. He is quite really pleased.
There you go.
I think we all are. So dude, let's start front to back this time, because we got some comments coming in about the offense here. Christian is saying that Burgett looked great early but disappeared late. Must be the socks. So
it's quite possible. It is possible.
Paul is saying Medina was a ghost the whole game and not pleased with Sweat's performance. We'll get into the defense a little bit too. So yeah, dude, let's talk about our front three. I mean, we had Burgett playing on the left hand side. We had Medina playing up top, oddly enough, and we had Ishmael Tajuri Shradi playing on the right hand side. So interesting to see Burgett on the left as opposed to dead center. I was a little interested in that.
Yeah, me too, especially since Shradi's dominant with that left foot, where he can whip those crosses in from the left-hand side. I figured that probably would have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, but you know what, though? He's more of a goal-scoring threat than an assister at this point. So, that could mean, that could be why. Right,
but at the same time, you've given these guys great freedom at roaming around the field and switching off when you have to, so... Listen, he could play down there for 15 minutes and then play in the middle for 15 minutes and then play on the right 15 minutes. You can keep doing it that way if you really wanted to. But I don't have a problem with the lineup selection. I think the more rest you can get Villa to get him, in better shape down the road, that's fine by me, especially when everybody else is doing their job. But I'll tell you, this game, Medina, not impressive. Not when you see guys like Barco and Almiron go run at the defense and just tear it up constantly. I was hoping that you're going to see more of that from Medina, and you're just not really seeing it. You're seeing good vision, you're seeing good passing, but I think he also needs to be a scoring threat. And I think he needs to use his footwork and skills to attack when he feels like he can. And he had one play where I think it might have been the second half where he's on the counter by himself and he's got no help, which is something we have to get into later on. But other than that, you're right, really pretty much a non-factor in this one, but always a threat nonetheless. And I mean, other than that, you had the Shradi injury, which is unfortunate. Don't know why he felt the need to go back out and test it. I mean, at that point, Just
Just
sit
made it
out.
worse.
You're on turf. You could make it worse. I mean, you know your own body better than anybody. So, but for me, that was a mistake. But I liked Burgett playing fine. I mean, he drew the penalty. He had a couple chances. He makes good runs. I think the midfield needs to pick up their heads a little bit more
Hmm.
and try to see these plays out because you could cause some serious damage by getting this guy a floater in the box.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, yeah, offensively, it's a shame you saw, to see Tajuri Shradi come off, 35th minute, David Villa come in, and I mean, listen, obviously that obviously injected something. Something happened there because the Jets kind of turned on after that.
Yeah, really
Let's
quickly.
shift back into the midfield a little bit. The return of the ringleader, Alex Ring. Smash the like button for Alex Ring. We got to talk about this man because what a way to come back and show your stuff as a starter. Alex Ring, dude. Phenomenal game. According to Who Scored, he was the highest rated player on the team. And just, dude, he hasn't missed a game in months.
He looks better than he has in Misty. I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it, when you got a player like that, it's just you don't hear his name very frequently mentioned at all from the major, the MLS.com. He's not really player of the week or anything like that. This guy is by far one of the, if not the top midfielder in MLS. I mean, he's amazing. He can do everything on both sides of the ball. Um, I'll point out to that one play in the first half where they've got a guy who's pretty much on a breakaway, and we see a slide tackle, get the ball away for a corner kick, and the next thing you know, actually I don't think it was a corner kick. I think it might have been a goal kick because he cleared it off
Mm-hmm.
the offensive player. We're thinking it's Ben Sweat. It's Alex Ring.
That's right. I'm like, oh, Ben Sweat's got him. That's Alex Ring.
How did he get back there? It's amazing. This guy is just absolutely unbelievable. And then to show what he did in the second half was just absolutely monstrous.
Yeah, no, dude. We'll get to the goal. We'll get to the goal because we have a few goals to talk about, obviously. But let's shift over to Maxi Morales. I thought Maxi had a pretty much run of the mill game for him. Was okay. Kind of found the play kind of found its way through him a little bit. I think from an attention standpoint, who got my attention the most, aside from Alex Ring, was Yangel Herrera in how awful he was in that match. I mean, we got some comments from before. I got to try to find them, but Daniel was asking, was Herrera as sloppy on the ball as I thought he was for most of the game? He did not look comfortable at all. And I don't know if that was like, all right, I'm used to playing with Ofori for the last couple of matches and Alex Ring is a newcomer, or is it just he just had a really sloppy game?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it, especially because Wednesday night he was fabulous. I mean, he was all over the
Right?
place. He was solid.
He's Jekyll
Again,
and Hyde.
he does these great, phenomenal things, and then he also shows you this boneheaded side of him when he plays, where he gets extremely lazy, doesn't hustle back, poor challenges. I don't know. I might want to see a forward play with a ring at this point, just to
Well,
see what happens.
I thought
Just to
that,
see
and
what happens.
it's
I don't think
funny.
I don't think his play warrants taking him out of the starting lineup, but I think if you want to give him a break, I think you should feel free to put a Forey in there and see how he and Ring mesh, really.
Yeah, Paul is saying I think Ofori is coming for his spot, and that could very well be. John is asking, what's going on, John? Hope you got the kids to bed in time. That you were able to join us. Could we see Ofori take over Herrera in the 11? I think there's some competition in that spot. I think for 100%. Amanda is saying I'd be okay with that. I think for the most part, based on the way we saw Ofori play the last few matches, I think I'm totally fine with that, because if you have Alex Ring playing as essentially that 6, right?
Hmm.
And we saw what Ofori can do once he was unleashed from that spot in Wednesday night's matchup. He's a scoring threat as well.
Yeah, I mean, you got these guys that you have two players that can really go box to box and do it cleanly and efficiently, and who really hustled the entire time. I mean, it's a good problem to have when you have this much competition in the midfield, because everybody keeps each other on their toes, and it's also nice because let's face it, whoever you put in there is going to pretty much get the job done.
Sure.
You're going to have people have bad games here and there. Yeah, that's that's just the way it goes. But it's nice to know that you have a plan B that's actually just as good as plan. It's plan A and plan 1A.
Yeah, exactly. Dave says file a missing persons report on Jonathan Lewis. I think. Listen, man, I haven't missed him. I haven't missed him yet, but possibly with Tajuri's injury, we're not really sure what the status is on that. I'm sure we'll get an update in the next day or so on that. But we really don't know what's going to happen with him. But dude, let's shift back over to the defense a little bit. Ben Sweat getting the start over Mata Rita, and that could just be resting Mata. I mean, Mata came in eventually later on in the match, but this could just be resting him from a midweek matchup. But dude, Ben Sweat, not the prettiest game. Let us know in the comments what you thought of Ben Sweat's play, guys. But dude, this wasn't the Sweat of old.
No, I don't think so either. He had that one errant pass right in the beginning of the game that was just god awful. Trying to get it to Maxey, like a through ball, and it just got picked off immediately. But he had a couple moments where he showed his footwork to get away from people, and he got deep a little bit. I don't think our backs got deep as much as they should have this game. I felt like that the play in the corners was a little bit lacking for my taste, but just not the same.
But even on the right side, I mean, even Tinnerholm as well. You didn't really see him get involved as much in the attack.
No,
but again, we really didn't have that many opportunities. Atlanta was playing very, very solid defensively.
Yes, exactly.
And towards the second half, you saw Tata Martino switch over to 5 in the back. It was like we weren't getting anything through there just about. So, hence Alex Ring's goal from 20-something yards out. So, I think our outside backs needed to defend more than get forward in this kind of game, especially when you had Miguel Almiron just eating our lunch the entire game. Can we talk about how nasty this kid is? And you can't not marvel at what he's able to do on the ball.
He's unbelievable, and honestly, outside of David Villa, who we know can play like that, probably not for as long as Almiron can, just because of the age difference. I really want to see Jesus Medina play like Miguel Almiron.
Sure.
I want him to play with that aggression, that level of forwardness, where he's attacking constantly, going at the defenders. Build your confidence and go after people and make them look silly, make them foul you. Get a ball close to the box. You never know what can happen with these free kicks and these. You can get PKs like we saw Wednesday with Maxey. Just go for it. Be more aggressive is what I'm really want to see out of a few people. It's not just him. It's a lot of these guys where they can. It's sometimes it's so like perfect pass needs to happen for this team. Whereas I want to see some people just create by themselves. And you saw David Villa do it. I mean, he didn't score, obviously, on his hold-up play to the goal for Ring. But, I mean, the dude held the ball as long as he possibly could and waited for a good opportunity, taking on everybody in the box. I want to see other players do that and have the confidence to do that rather than looking for the next guy to do it for him.
Exactly. Yeah, just heading back over to defensive conversation. Neil, what's going on, Neil? Good to have you in the show. Ben Sweat had a big responsibility handling Julian Gressel getting forward as a right wing back. Dude, I'll tell you what, though. That being said, how many times was Julian Gressel wide open when the ball was switched to him deep in our corner?
Yeah, again, that's the same thing that happened to us against New England, and we were talking about it Wednesday.
Yep.
When you play that zonal defense, you're kind of focused.
Somebody's going to be open.
Yeah, you're focused too much. You're leaving zone wide open most of the time, and it's usually that far post or that far side of the field. But again, I guess it's listen. We didn't play terrible on defense, but again, it's something that needs to be shored up. And at certain times, you got to be able to change your style of play here and there to accurately mimic the game that's going on. To fit right in there. If that's not working for you, something's not working. You need to be able to switch it and figure it out. But I think we did a pretty good job defensively all around. I mean, it was an onslaught for 2 or 3 periods of that game.
Yeah. Chanel had a great game.
As usual. as usual. Listen, it's every time you could put that you could literally take that one phrase and play it every single show, and it will never be incorrect.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the most solid. He's the most solid duty. Hey, listen, he's a contender for it. He has been probably the most consistent, one of the most consistent players on the field. When he's out there, he's just you can rely on him, and except for a couple hiccups in the beginning of the season where he picked up the red card there. But yeah, I think Chanel had a great game. Collins had a good game. Considering the onslaught, like you said, that Atlanta was throwing our way, and every time Miguel Almiron had the ball, he was a dangerous play. We handled it really, really well. Really, just holding them to 4 shots on target. Sean Johnson had to make a couple of decent saves. Yeah, dude, what else can you say about that? I mean, you limited one of the most powerful offenses on shots, as far as putting the shots on frame, and that's what else can you ask from that,
Yeah, not much. I tell you what, though, I would have liked to have seen this game played out had there not been a game on Wednesday. I'm curious to see how the full level of fitness for NYCFC would have been if it would have altered the outcome of the game at any point.
Yeah.
But again, listen, I'm
happy
okay
with 4 points out of 6.
It's good. It's good. Keep it rolling. Points are good.
Andres is making a good point. We made Joseph Martinez non-existent. The fact that we're talking about Miguel Almiron more than Joseph Martinez in this game is pretty. It's not necessarily credit to us, but again, Joseph Martinez was coming off of that bad hand injury, so things just could not might not have been clicking there. Just trying to go through some of the comments here, dude. Christian is saying, I don't think Atlanta has a chance at Yankee Stadium. I mean, who knows? Our history is still young with these guys.
I'm not going to say they don't have a chance because they're a very good team.
Dude, that transition play at Yankee Stadium where you're a few yards away from our box with a turnover in midfield, they are dangerous at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
they were a very young team last time they played us at Yankee Stadium. They matured very quickly, this squad. So I wouldn't sleep on them for sure.
No, not at all. They're I would say the way the league has shaped up right now, they are probably our number one competition.
They're a threat. And listen, they're a threat in a couple different ways. Number one, when we play them, but number two, in the standings as well. So they're right behind us, and they have a game in hand on us. So let's not forget that. Dave is saying, I won't say anything bad until we lose a match, honestly. Let's all shut up.
Well, that's our show.
That's for damn sure. Steven is saying Almiron played better against NYCFC than against LAFC. I'm telling dude, again, Miggy had an absolutely ridiculous game. Steven is saying that he thinks Toronto is still dangerous. We'll see when we play them. I mean, they're not the greatest start, but they're playing their B squads essentially because of CONCACAF Champions League. So I think once that is done and dusted, I think you're going to see a very different Toronto FC squad in the standings. I think at this point they're just make the playoffs and make a run, and that's what I think you're going to see from Toronto this year.
Yeah, so, it's definitely a possibility.
So that being said, dude, let's digest some of these goals a little bit here. First goal came for Atlanta in the 29th minute. Miguel Almiron takes a shot from the top of the box, forces a save from Sean Johnson, which was a great save, by the way, but unfortunately fell right on Garza's foot just to clean it up and put it away. So
not much you can do.
Dude,
really not much you can do. But I know the announcers were saying that he should have done better. I don't really know how much better you can do when you're outstretched that much. I mean, wanting much more from that save is I think is a stretch. And again, you're playing a good team. It's not like it's a cheap goal. It's a goal that was earned. So you really can't say anything, terrible about it.
Yeah, and dude, it was not an easy save by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
Steven is saying Johnson needs to hold on to that. I don't think so. I think he did the best he could. Amanda's saying it's an unfortunate cleanup there. Dave is saying he could have pushed the rebound further, but I don't know. Listen, when you
don't
see the ball until the last second,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When the ball's coming through 15 guys, it's really hard, especially when it's going for that far post and you're guarding that near side. I don't know, man. I think it's a great save from Johnson initially. If anything, Anton Tinnerholm could have done a little bit better to mark Garza up a little bit. But other than that, dude, they deserved that goal. The way that play built up, they desered that goal. There's no denying that.
No, not at all.
So, and that's what again, Dave. That's kind of what I just said. Someone could have marked the guy who tapped it in too, though, and that again.
And that goes to that zone. That goes back to that zonal defense where you're kind of
Issues
just in an
from
area
our
not really watching. Yeah.
Too many eyes watching. Man, right there.
Too many eyes watching the save rather than figuring out, okay, I need to block this guy from getting any kind of rebound that might come this way.
Yeah, Daniel again saying Tinnerholm could have done better marking Garza on that follow up. That's my point. It's just that's your man, but when you're not playing man to man, that's unfortunately what happens sometimes. But again, decent save from Sean Johnson.
Whose man is this?
And away you go, right? So fast forward, we actually turn a transition play and turn it into something oddly enough. 38th minute, Yoinga Birgit dribbles his way into the box, does a nice little cutback, just the last possible second to draw the penalty. I think it was Parkhurst that drew the PK on Birgit. But needless to say, David Villa comes on and within 3 minutes scores a PK in traditional David Villa fashion, low and to the left.
I'll tell you what, the build-up play to that goal was impressive. You had a little bit of a back heel from him in the middle of the pitch.
Right.
I think you had Maxey involved in a pass at that point.
Quick. It was quick.
And it just bang, bang, and you're up the field. You're ready to go. Great vision all around from everybody. That's that creativeness that we were talking about David Villa has where he can find other people. The cutback was great. It's a great run and the wherewithal to take the foul in the box, and you get yourself a goal. It's textbook. It's a great play all around, and fortunate enough that it went in. Again, I think Villa's got to throw one to the right side of the net every so often because he goes to the lower left so many times. And I know it's a difficult save, but I mean, honestly, a little bit more from Brad Guzan, and that ball is stopped.
That's right. He guessed correctly. It just kind of snuck under him. Although, dude, I don't know if you remember, but the angle that they showed on the PK was horrible. They showed behind the net.
Very odd to see it from there because you saw the ball deflect off of Guzan, and then all of a sudden it was in the top of the net. I didn't know what happened. Or where
just a very strange angle. Very, very strange angle. Roddy is saying one more for Villa. He'll be at 400 goals for club and country. That was his 399th goal. Dude, that's amazing.
What are the chances of him he's at 399. We're at episode 99.
I know.
Next week could be a big one. It could be 400 for him and 100 for us.
That's true.
Very interesting.
Very, very true. Let's
fingers crossed.
That'd be nice. That'd be a nice little narrative to roll into our 100th episode for sure. So you got a couple minutes later, Darlington Nagby. Let me speak clearly into the microphone. If the goal counted, I would not really have been upset. That goal was absolutely disgusting. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, hell of a shot. But again, you look at who was there marking that pass, and that was the play where Callens, I think, couldn't get it out immediately.
No, dude, I think that was... No, yeah, I think you're correct, but then Herrera...
Right, that was after the fact. But the whole play started with the non-clearance from Callens. And then you had Herrera just kind of lollygagging it and just not really paying super attention to what was going on. And the ball gets right by his right leg. And all of a sudden, Nagby's got all the time and space in the world.
Wait, was that the play? Are we talking about the first goal?
Was that the first goal with Callens?
Yeah, this is bad. This is so unprofessional, guys.
We try, but sometimes all these away goals are blurred.
They blend together. Needless to say, Nagby gets the ball right on his foot and absolutely buries it. Sean Johnson had no chance, but only because Joseph Martinez was like, you can't see me.
Oh, hell. I just don't understand. That guy does not want to run back to get onside at all.
It's so funny. Christian Smith, the VAR did its job. I wasn't watching for Martinez live. Neither was I. I mean, I was just in awe of that nasty goal. Daniel is saying Herrera botched a clearance attempt on the cutback, so I think it was that goal. And Dave is saying that I'm surprised that Johnson didn't argue that. And I think, dude, that's one of those calls that, like, you often forget about until it happens, and then you're like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was standing in front of him.
Yeah, that's a rule. So you could screen, you can impede, that's fine. But the minute you make contact, all bets are off. And whether the ball could be saved or not, like, let's be serious. Just from where Johnson was standing, he's got no chance of stopping that ball. But because you make contact, you're violating a rule. Therefore, you are creating an offside ruling, and you're disallowing a goal.
Right.
It's a rule. It's a rule in hockey. It's a rule in soccer, but it's one that you don't really hear about because no one's ever really that offside.
Yeah.
Without touching the ball and being called offside. You don't see a screen from 2 feet in front of the keeper like that. And he made contact, and lucky for us that that was the situation because, again, ridiculous goal, ridiculous shot from Nagbe.
Yeah, very, very scary. So, we wound up going into the half tied at 1-1 with a really interesting, just a really interesting first half. A lot going on with the substitution with David Villa and the goal taken away. It's just a really, really eventful half. And they start off, and within 10 minutes, Atlanta gets their second with, again, Miguel Almiron just being an absolute pest, running that ball to the end line, putting in an absolutely beautiful cross onto Chris McCann's head. And dude, nobody's stopping that. That was a beautiful build-up play from Atlanta. You can't discount that at all.
Yeah, no, they're just so fast on that transition and getting down the field where if you can get down that quick and everybody else is playing catch up, you kind of have your pick at who you want to get the ball to. And I mean, that was one of the most beautiful chipped passes I've ever seen.
Insane.
I mean, I was ready to get up and go to the TV and be like, I want this one. I want to head this one in. It's perfect. It's not going to break my skull. It's not going to break my nose.
He teed it up for him. Just knot it down.
It's just...
Yeah, it's just...
Again, you can't... defense, not much you're going to do because you're facing the pass, rather. It's hard to see behind you and in front of you at the same time. So you hope that you get in good position, but sometimes those go in.
And listen, again, when Miguel Almiron is on the ball, he's a threat. So you got to do everything you can. Anything that happens after Miguel Almiron touches the ball, is nobody's fault.
Pretty much.
If you let him do what he wants to do with the ball, that's what's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because whatever he touches seems to turn to goal turns to goal. I don't know.
Nice one.
Dude. A little while later, and this is the moment that we've all been waiting for, and I've got the highlight queued up because, dear Lord, start smashing the like button again for Alex Ring's goal. We need to start off with, number one, David Villa staying onside. Number two, him working off 4 or 5 defenders, getting
all
the ball,
of the defenders,
all of them, and then putting it on Ring's foot. Ring says, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. And he pulls a Tommy Mack, essentially.
Pretty much. Now we can say he pulled a Tinnerholm.
It was like a Tinnerholm and a Mack. It was like a Tinner Mack.
A Mackerholm.
A Mackerholm. Dude, what? Yeah, Dave is saying that here come all the comments because this was absolutely a stunner. Villa kept the ball on a string. He really did. He was unbelievable. Ari saying ring. Paul saying ring. Dude, yeah, it was nasty. Do we want to see the goal? Can I put it up just for a second?
Put it up.
Just for a second. I'll be right back.
Let's bask in the glow.
Still David Villa. through 3 defenders around him. Now Alex Ring will tee it up and off the bar. Alex Ring, first goal for New York City, and how about that? It's 2-2.
Oh. Dude, just unbelievable. Ari saying Villa was introducing himself to all the defenders before passing it to. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm going to give the ball to him.
Let's be serious, though, and I'll throw this out to the listeners, the viewers here. If your initial reaction to Ring getting the ball and going for a shot wasn't this ball's going to end up 60 yards above the goalpost, I'm calling you a liar.
That ball wasn't going to end up in South Carolina.
I said there is no way that this ball is going to be on net. It's just it never happened before. Aside from that one free kick he had, last season, that wasn't even for us. It was for Finland. I was not expecting anything from this shot. And again, I would like to see these guys. Sometimes these guys need to take those low shots. Those low shots cause a lot of problems. But everybody wants to just rip it and go for the top corner.
But if they go in,
I don't really care.
Seem to be.
But that was unbelievable. I mean, just drills the underside of the crossbar and goes right in. Very impressive. And I'll be honest, I want to see more from the midfield do that when they have a chance to do so. I mean, put the ball on net from there. You never know what happens. You got your 3 guys forward already that are in the box for rebounds and things like that. So why not go for it every once in a while? Things like this do happen, and they happen very frequently as long as you actually attempt them.
Yeah. Yep, dude, it was just
very impressive. Very impressive.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. From then on, it was just NYCFC was pretty much in control for a good part of the second half. I mean, I'm going to throw the stats up in a second just to kind of recap everything. But yeah, dude, talk about a nail biter. You had, dude, what minute was it where Ezekiel Barco came in and you thought, oh, crap. Like, this was like very...
That's like having 2 Almirones on the team.
Yeah, it's like
2 very similar players in that
you felt like anytime he touched it, it was like, what's going to happen here? So, like, when you're trying to defend, you're tired, you're playing on turf, it's hot, you're in Atlanta, you're away, you're in front of 40,000 plus Atlanta fans, and then you got this guy who everybody's been waiting for so patiently to come on. We did a very, very good job of shutting Atlanta down for the last 15 minutes or so of the game to
Sure.
basically win that draw. That was just really, really good from the team on that.
Yeah, agreed.
That kid looks nasty.
Yeah, and listen, when he gets that playing time with Almiron side by side, those guys are going to do some ridiculous damage. Just unbelievable. They will run rampant for years.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. Let's do a quick. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to our dude of the match, and you guys have to start telling us who that dude of the match is. Start those comments going right now. Keep them going. Let us know who your dude of the match was for this game. Let's just do a quick rundown of the stats, dude, while that happens, and then we'll have our little dude of the match conversation and get all of your input, guys. So start those comments going. So Atlanta outshot us 15-10, but we outshot them on target 5-4. So that's so there's that. They had us 6 corners to 2. Dude, 28 crosses to 4. Atlanta to NYCFC. That's big, very, very big. We outpossessed them, which we normally play our game about 55-45. We won most of the duels, and we won most of the tackles, and had 32 clearances. This was a pretty even match, despite the fact that we felt as though it was a little lopsided towards Atlanta.
Yeah, the numbers definitely tell you the story of how it's actually a little bit more even than it looked. Eye test wise, definitely looked like they were the stronger team for the most part. But when it comes down to it, I mean, we're pretty much evenly matched, and that's what you got. You got a draw from 2 teams that were very evenly matched, and that's the way it played out.
Yeah, I don't think the way those 2 teams played, I don't think it could have went any better. I think I think we deserve to be a little happier with the result than Tata Martino.
Right.
But that being said, I mean, both teams played their butts off. Dude, this is pretty unanimous here.
Who is it?
We got a lot of comments for Alex Ring here. Andres, Daniel, Steven, Coco, Ari, Amanda gives a vote for VAR. That's good. That's good.
Like
That's
that.
good. Dude, Alex Ring. What can we say about? Dude, this is too easy. Tell Lauren. Let's wait. Coco was saying, get that Google Doc and put a ring on it. That's really good. So, Lauren, if you're in here, dude, is there any discussion here? Is there really?
I'll tell you a secret. We updated it this morning before we left for work.
That's right.
It was already predetermined.
Absolutely no discussion.
It's not that. Well, listen. Now, you could put in a discussion for David Villa because he did pick up a goal, a PK goal, and an assist, and he played relatively well. But I think the fact that you're getting something from someone that you don't expect. You didn't expect the goal from Ring.
Yep.
It was very clutch. And just the defensive play. That defensive play in the first half that almost certainly would have stopped a grade A scoring chance by himself just to track back and get there. Very impressive. I mean, dude, can you pull up his stats, his performance? I know he had like 92% pass accuracy.
Yeah, 92% pass accuracy. He had 98 touches, which is the most of anybody on NYCFC.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. He did everything that Alex Ring normally does, and he tied up the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, dude, it's pretty much done and dusted, right? Like this is.
Yeah, it goes to Alex Ring.
Alex Ring. Due to the match for episode 99, let's again. Steven is saying even the yellow card he picked up was a key defensive play.
Yeah,
very true.
Absolutely.
Again, Alex Ring doing what Alex Ring does, and then scoring that absolute monstrous goal. Lauren says Ring added. It's now official.
Is he the first? Is he our first person to get 2?
Oh, dude, just as you said that, he's the first to be named to the list twice.
Wow. Congrats to Alex Ring.
Picks up a
now,
deuce.
I got a question for you.
He's got a brace.
You get Tinnerholm gets the Tinner Boom. What does Ring get? Does Ring get a ring ding? What do we do here? I don't know. I gotta figure out something clever. I don't know. It hit off the post, so they dinged off the post. Is that a true ring ding? I don't really know, but we gotta figure something out.
I think it has to be. I think, yeah. Other than
that's a good old ring ding right there.
Oh, that's a ring ding. Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it.
And we're done.
No, that's good, man. Congratulations to him, dude. He definitely had a monstrous game. Again,
great.
the Who Sports stats gave him the highest rating of anybody else on the team, and again picking up the goal to tie it up.
So under the radar since last year. He is a ridiculously good soccer player, and he just doesn't get any of the accolades some of these bigger names get.
Here, dude. Right here, right on this show.
That's it. We're gonna give it to him, and hopefully we build him up, and we'll get him up there in some of these midfielder of the year or something like that.
I don't know, something. He's got to get something. We got to send him one of those Alexander the Great shirts.
I think we should.
We definitely got to send him one of those because he certainly is. He certainly is great.
He's great. He's great. It's great.
It writes itself. It writes itself.
So easy.
Dude, so this coming Sunday, let's look ahead a little bit before we wrap things up. And guys, smash the like button for us, please, and let us know if you're enjoying episode 99, and just smash the like button for Alex Ring and NYCFC because this is just a really really great season so far. Really good first string of matches here. We take on the Portland Timbers in Portland this Sunday night. And yeah, it's that's going to be another great game. They're coming off. They beat Minnesota over the weekend, which was another high-scoring game. I believe that was a 7-goal game, if I'm not mistaken. Fact check, Roddy Russell. Give us the fact checks on that. But anytime Portland's in the mix, that it's going to be an interesting one. They had our number last year, but we had theirs the year prior, so it's going to be an interesting one for sure.
This is a good test as well, because now this is your second week in a row where you're playing in a great atmosphere. Portland's got to be one of the greatest places to watch a soccer game. I mean, it is unbelievable. The crowd gets so into it.
Sell out games every time.
It's loud, and it's just it's always a really solid a solid game. I'm excited to see it. I know that this should be the parlay kit game. So NYCFC, if you haven't seen, will be wearing an all-white kit with black stripes and a black and white logo with the black Etihad on the front. Pretty cool. So you're going to see something a little different. Going to be a fun game to watch, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see these guys play the opponents that are going to give us trouble, that are going to give the league trouble. These are the games where you really see what you're made of. Yeah, you can play and you can beat RSL, 4-0, but you're not playing those guys 6-7 times a year. Mm-hmm. You have these great teams in this league that are going to give you challenges, and it's really, you've got to be able to step up and take the bull by the horns. So I'm curious to see what Sunday brings in Portland.
For sure. Just a trip down memory lane here, dude. Amanda is saying, oh man, last time we were there, T-Mac had that golazo that made me yell so loud the neighbor's dog started barking. And then Daniel says, last time in Portland was also the R.J. Allen right foot of God through ball to David Villa.
Still one of the most mind-boggling passes I've ever seen in my life. There is no rhyme or reason why that ball made a left-hand turn once it passed the defenders and found David Villa. That was like a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah. This is Dave,
unbelievable.
Dave brings up a good point. If Minnesota can score on them, I think we should bag a few. I think their defensive issues they're having their defensive issues as well. So Ari is saying that wins in the West are important. Can't say that enough. Listen, anytime you can score and steal some points out of our out of our division, it's really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steven is saying Orlando scored 3 goals in 10 minutes on Orlando. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Orlando scored on
Orlando scored 3 goals in 10 minutes on Portland, I think is what he was saying. Yeah, it's certainly a beatable team, but when you go to Providence Park, it's very similar to Atlanta in the atmosphere where you have a sellout crowd every time. They're actually figuring out ways to add seats because they have a wait list of 3,000 season ticket holders deep of a wait list to try to get into that stadium. So it's a very tough place to go and get a result. We've been fortunate enough to be able to do that. But will we have what it takes? This would be our second week in a row playing on turf, right?
Are they turf there?
I think they are. Fact check. Can somebody fact check? Is Providence Park turf? I mean, I can literally just Google it.
It's as if people are sitting right next to us that we could just snap our fingers and be like, yeah, what's the information there?
It might as well be.
Yeah, really. We can totally Google that. Let's Google that real quick before we.
It is turf. It is turf.
Yeah. Okay. So that's two weeks in a row.
Get them out of the way.
Then we come back. Then we come back home. So it's nice to get it out of the way now, and we'll hope for the best. It's going to be a good game. I think. Listen, we've scored multiple goals in every game we've played so far this season. It's unbelievable. It's a great stretch, and as long as we continue playing consistently, I think we're going to be okay. We will have results eventually that probably won't be favorable, but I think right now where this team is, if you can keep putting together these 5, 6, 7 game performances where you're picking up maximum number of points, you are really, really going to separate yourself from everybody else towards the end of the year. I mean, you're already 4 points clear now. If all it takes is you to win 2 and somebody else to lose 2, and you are
Now you got space.
far and away. So
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing too. I think you really want space because at the end of the year, you really want to save some bodies. You really want legs to be fresh for the playoffs. I don't think you want to go in, struggling and fighting to get in for a spot because you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Guys, let's do a quick little sticker giveaway. I've got some more Dudes in Blue stickers to give away here, guys. Let us know your score predictions for NYCFC against Portland while we wrap up the show here, and we'll pick one person at random to win a few stickers from the Dudes in Blue. We'll mail them out to you. So get those score predictions in there. We want to see them so we can send out stickers to one lucky person. Let's do that. Ari is saying, PSA, stop calling NYCFC the Pigeons. Alexi Lawless was killing me. Love the big lug, but he was killing me. Calls us the Dudes in Blue.
That's actually great.
So,
we should petition that. We should make the nickname of the team the Dudes in Blue.
I think so. It's great branding for us.
Yes, absolutely. I will sponsor. I will gladly sponsor.
That's absolutely right. Keep those score predictions coming in, guys. We're going to pick a winner in just a couple of seconds here.
I'm feeling
last
2
but
to
not
1.
least, huh?
I'm feeling 2 to 1, dude. I'm feeling a 2 to 1 game.
In either direction?
Yeah, I'm feeling a 2 to 1 game. I don't think it's going to be crazy out there. I don't think it's going to be, 5-6 goals. I think you're looking at a 2-1 game. I think you're looking at two teams that are going to be essentially feeling each other out for the first half, and I think the second half is going to be the one that determines the winner.
Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment. While those score predictions are coming in, guys, one last thing. We got a new T-shirt on the Dudes in Blue store. Got to do a little shameless self-promotion, and I'm going to throw it up here if you guys haven't seen it already. This one's for the old number 10, Maxi Morales. Check it out there, guys. El Frasquito. Yeah, you guys can grab that shirt at the Dudes in Blue store. Just go to dudesinblue.com and click shop in the menu, and you'll be able to check that out as well. Thank you guys for all your support so far. This is really, really great. All right, dude, we got to pick a winner here. So I'm just going to start. Where did all those comments go? Let's see. And the winner is, hey, Mike Flo. What's going on, buddy? He chose 3-1, but did not say who was going to win, but that's okay. He gave us a score prediction. Mike Flo, we're going to send you out some Dudes in Blue stickers wherever you live. Just send us a DM on Facebook after the show with your address, and we'll make sure to get those right out to you. Thanks so much. Hey, I remember you. You and I were DMing a couple days ago about the live notifications, and you were able to make the live show, so that's awesome. It must have worked.
That conversation was very, very successful.
It was very fruitful for you, Mike. It was a fruitful conversation. For sure.
Guys, listen, if you happen to have ordered Dudes in Blue stuff, please take pictures, post it everywhere. I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see how good you guys make these shirts look.
That's true, because this is why I'm not wearing one. You can pull it off, but I apparently can't. I got to go traditional hypno kit. But it just also means that all of mine are dirty. So I got.
That was my problem last week.
I got to wash them because I've worn them all now through. Real quick, Andres is asking, hey, any new deals on Amazon? Pricing has gone up, so it's really, really tough.
Yeah, no, not much at all. Everything is, like you said, it's been pretty much through the roof where it's not really a great deal.
We're keeping an eye on it, but there's really nothing.
Hasn't been much movement, but we will let you know immediately when it does because eventually it's gonna have to go back down. I don't see it staying where it is forever.
No, we keep an eye on it.
And you're gonna get some new stuff too. You're gonna get some new stuff released throughout the year. Adidas usually likes to throw in a couple of new things here and there where you'll get a chance to pick it up. So we're still keeping an eye on it. We haven't forgotten about it. But
FC Soccer Deals on Twitter. Just follow FC Soccer Deals on Twitter. And if anything, that's where you'll find it. We're always looking. We look every day. So hopefully it happens. Dave's asking, you guys ever consider a halftime show? My God, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's really tough because we're always watching from different places at halftime, and it would really only be during
road games.
Yeah, it'd really just be road games because we're at the stadium usually.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe one day, maybe we'll test something out. Amanda's saying, "LOL, the out of the back, quite really good." Jesus, it is a good one. Go check that one out, guys.
I've been waiting for a month for someone to bring up that shirt because
say something.
I've been waiting for someone to say it. It's really it's really quite clever.
It's quite really good, actually.
It's quite really good.
So guys, one last time here, smash the like button, and thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 99. Our time has unfortunately come to a close, even though there's no clock anywhere other than my own, I'm looking at the clock. But thank you guys so much for what?
Stoppage time. No more stoppage time.
That's right. We've played into our 5th minute of stoppage time. It's about time to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with us on this Monday night. It was an awesome match in Atlanta. Hope to be another great one in Portland on Sunday. We'll be right back here Monday night at 8:00 to recap whatever happens on Sunday. And guys, make sure to give us the follow: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are at Dudes in Blue. Ari, we picked the winner already. Mike Flo right here gets the stickers. He's going to send us a DM after the show, and we'll get those right out to him for sure. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, leave us those reviews. Facebook and iTunes, we really do appreciate the feedback. Dude, it's been a pretty good week, and it's only Monday.
Listen, we make Mondays great again.
We have a shirt for that too. Dudesinblue.com. Check out the store. We'll be right back here on Monday night, 8 p.m. Facebook Live for episode 100. You got to join us for our 100th episode, guys. It's 100.
It's like a birthday party.
It's like a birthday party, almost. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with us. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Leave us the review, and as always, stay blue.
Stay blue.